Warhammer 40k is truly at its best when it leans in and embraces the darker aspects of the grim dark. And Games Workshop just released the first look at the newest Kill Team box set that is just about to be released, Blood and Zeal. This box set truly embraces the darker side of the grim dark. Let's take a look. This box set contains 19 Citadel models making up 2 teams and one piece of terrain that is pretty epic. Now, this isn't a terrain heavy box set, but the terrain that they do provide really makes up for it. Now, these 2 teams are on the opposite spectrum of their religious beliefs, 2 extreme ideologies coming together in one brutal and bloody clash. On one side, we have the fanatical warriors of the Emperor. On the other, the frenzied butchers of Khorne. And in the middle, we have a sacred shrine that will either be defended in holy fire or desecrated in the name of chaos. Let's start with the Zeal, the Sanctifiers, the Emperor's most zealous warriors. Now, there are 11 Sanctifier models in this box set. The Sanctifiers are the militant faithful of the ecclesiarchy, the Imperium's religious powerhouse. These aren't highly trained warriors. These priests, missionaries, and fanatics whose belief in the Emperor pushes them beyond human limits. And each one of these models are entirely different from the next, and they display such incredible detail. They may not wear power armor, but their zeal is their shield. These faithful will fight through injuries that could kill an Ogryn, all while chanting prayers and delivering fiery sermons. And speaking of fire, their weapons are all about burning heretics to ash. You gotta love that. They bring flamethrowers, plasma weapons, and brutal melee tools ready to purge the unclean. Oh, and if you thought devotion was just about prayer, some of these faithful have literal scripture nailed into their flesh, because in the Imperium, faith isn't just something you simply believe in and preach about. It is carved into your soul and flesh. Gosh, I just love zealots. Let's move on to the second kill team in this box set, the Goremongers. Now, we do get 8 of them, which makes them an elite team. Now, these Khorne cultists aren't just fanatics, they're self-made monsters. Let me ask you, what would you do as a faithful follower of Khorne to show your devotion? Would it be cutting off your legs? If that's what you said, then you could be a Goremonger. Yep, that's right. The Goremongers replace their legs with deadly mechanical limbs that allow them to be faster, stronger, and more deadly in combat. Now you're probably thinking, wow, that probably hurts a lot. Not to worry. These guys are being constantly flooded by combat stims mixed with their master's blood that keeps them in an unstoppable state of violent ecstasy. In other words, they're having a grand old time. Let's take a look at their weapons. Giant blood-drenched chain weapons and ritual daggers. These guys are here for blood. They're here to rip and tear. Unlike the Sanctifiers who wield fire and faith, the Goremongers embrace close-range slaughter. Guns, who needs them when you have axes the size of your torso? And at the heart of this battle is the only piece of terrain that comes in this box set. The Imperial Shrine statue, a sacred site both factions are desperate to control or corrupt. The missions in this set revolve around this monument. Now, without a doubt, the statue is truly stunning. It's very beautiful, and it is a monument of strength for the Imperium of mankind. But this is where Games Workshop does something a little bit different. They include a guide, a step-by-step guide on how to desecrate the statue if you choose to support a darker force, a chaotic god. And I think that's truly an interesting aspect of this box set. So this leaves me with one question. Which side are you on? Are you going to stand with the Emperor's most devout, or are you going to embrace the bloodthirsty madness of Khorne? Leave a comment below and tell me, Team Blood or Team Zeal?